I wouldn't say it's romantic, but we are very close. Pam Anderson reveals the truth about her relationship to WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange, but refuses to apologize for saying Weinstein victims knew what they were getting into. Pamela Anderson opened up about her rumored relationship with WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange in a Friday interview where she stood by remarks saying Weinstein victims knew what they were getting into. The Baywatch bombshell, bright at 50, said she had a simple friendship with the Australian Assange, 46. I wouldn't say it's romantic, but we are very close, the American-Canadian model and philanthropist revealed in the sit-down chat with Megyn Kelly, which aired on her daytime talk show, Megyn Kelly Today. Anderson confirmed she was introduced to Assange through fashion designer Vivienne Westwood previously during a visit to the Embassy of Ecuador in London, where he resides. She was first interested in learning from him about ways to become more effective as an activist, she said, while speaking with Kelly. How could I improve my foundation? What does he think? Could we brainstorm about something? She thought at the time. Assange has been living in solitude in political asylum for some time now, after being accused in 2010 of sexual assault and rape against 2 women in Sweden, which he since denied. When Kelly inquired about the actress' thoughts on the disturbing allegations, Anderson said, "If you read through the reports and the UN findings, there is no evidence of rape." Earlier this year, prosecutors in the country ended the investigation. Assange was not charged for the alleged crimes. But it seems that won't change the conditions of his daunting detainment, which Anderson described into grim detail. He lives in a very tiny space. He never sees the sunlight. He can't get outdoors. He doesn't go near windows, really, unless he goes out on that balcony once every few years, she told Kelly. I'm there for 4 hours at a time and I see him all the time. He's happy to see me when I come, and very sad when I leave. Although confined, she said he is safe where he's at. If he were to leave the embassy, he would be arrested, she added. He's a really important person to me. Before she shut down sexual assault claims against Assange, Anderson told the NBC reporter, during the first part of the interview that aired Thursday, that Harvey Weinstein accusers shouldn't have made the choice to go to a hotel room alone with the hothead Hollywood powerhouse. It was common knowledge that certain producers or certain people in Hollywood or people to avoid, privately, Anderson said. She further denied any form of victim blaming while speaking with TMZ Friday when she said, "I will not get coerced into apology." She also made a point to say the disgraced director is a sexist pig and bully. In what appeared to be a jibe at his victims, she said it was no excuse to presume the meetings were safe just because they were set up by agents, a claim which has been made by actresses such as Gwyneth Paltrow, who detailed run-ins with Weinstein. I just think there's easy ways to remedy that. That's not a good excuse, Anderson said. Earlier, she said she had long learned how to avoid being put in the very situation many of Weinstein's accusers described. I learned not to put myself in those positions. When I came to Hollywood, I had a lot of offers to do private auditions and things that just made no sense, just common sense. Don't go into a hotel room alone. If someone answers the door in a bathrobe, leave. Things that are common sense, but I know Hollywood is very seductive and people want to be famous and sometimes you think you're going to be safe with an adult in the room and I don't know where this security comes from, but somehow I dodged it all. While she never encountered any sexual confrontation from Weinstein, she did give an anecdote of how he once bullied her over the phone as they worked on the 2008 film Superhero in which she played the Invisible Girl. He's very intimidating. I was doing a movie Superheroes or something and I played the Invisible Girl with an invisible dog. As a pet activist, I don't work with animals in film because they're treated horribly. I said, if I have an invisible dog, I just want to make sure there's no dog there because I can't do the film if there's going to be a dog in the film. That's it. The former Playboy playmate expressed to feeling in a better place since escaping her own battered relationship to ex-husband, Motley Crue founder, Tommy Lee. It's the hardest thing in the world because you're so in love with that person, she said sadly. But you can't be in a place that's dangerous and can't have your kids see this kind of behavior. The PETA promoter commented on behalf of women around the world who are emotionally trapped into toxic relationships because of love. There's a cycle of abuse. When you go back into the same relationship, you've said it's okay for that person to act that way. So now, it's just going to get worse and worse, Anderson added. On the secret to successful relationships, she said, I haven't figured it out yet, that's for sure. Anderson recently made a move to the south of France, where she absolutely adores living. She has kept busy outside of traveling to and from France and London, as she also visits Russia where she speaks on causes dear to her heart. I've been there 4 times now, she said, while briefly explaining her advocacy work. The blonde and blonder actress devotes her free time to her children with Lee, Dylan Jagger, 19, and Brandon Thomas, 21. They are beautiful, they are talented, healthy and happy. Ambitious and calculated, she gloated. Things are good.